Hello and welcome to this yoga video with Solent Yoga. I'm really excited to share that this video was filmed at the beach, the first filming this year at the beach. As the weather was so wonderful, I had to give it a go, so I hope you enjoy. Let's grab your mat and we'll begin. So coming to the center of your mat, let's take a moment to arrive, to settle in, to connect with our body. Maybe the first time we're just tuning into our breath. And we'll begin to take some simple neck stretches, just over to the left and then again over to the right. Holding and pausing if you wish, just to feel that stretch through the side of your neck. Keeping your back long, keep rising up through the crown of the head. If you wish, you can drop your chin to your chest as you roll from your left shoulder to your right shoulder and back again. So explore and play about with the movement as to what feels good for you and your body in this moment. Listening to your body as we go through our practice. Let's find length in our spine, reaching our arms up, and as we exhale, we'll bring one arm down to the ground. And just keep reaching and extending with that top arm. Both sit bones remaining on the floor, connected to the mat beneath you. If you feel you're pausing in your breath, just ease your torso back up towards the midline gently. Let's release and bring both arms straight up, and now we're going to take a twist in the opposite direction. So bring that top arm behind you, and what was your bottom arm across to the opposite knee. Keep finding length, reaching up through your spine, through the crown of your head, finding length in your side body as you twist through the abdomen. Keeping that breath flowing freely for you in this moment. Let's untwist, reach forwards, and we're going to send one leg out straight, finding that length through our spine, twisting and folding over that extended leg. Folding from our hips, our hands can reach long, or you can soften the pose and bring your hands slightly in, closer to your knee and your thigh, and just allowing that torso to melt over that extended leg. Keep breathing here into the back of your body, guiding the breath to the back of your rib cage, feeling the back of your body expand with every inhale, and gently soften with every exhale. Keeping that breath flowing ever so softly. And then when you're ready, let's begin to walk our hands back in, coming back up to upright. Let's switch our legs to the crossed in the opposite direction. Find that length through your spine. And we'll just take a little neck stretch here, placing one hand over the ear. Allowing your other ear to drop down towards the shoulder, that beautiful deep stretch through the side of your neck. And you can extend and play about with your other arm, maybe reaching it further away from the body or drawing it backwards and forwards. And we'll take that next stretch on the opposite side now. So hand to opposite ear, and extend the other arm out long, and maybe playing with the position of that extended bottom arm. So it might feel more of a stretch when it's closer, you might feel more of a stretch when it's further away. So being really curious and explorative with this pose. There's always gentle movement whenever we hold a pose. Let's release, reaching our arms up as we take a breath in. Now we're going to take our side stretch to the opposite side. So reaching your other arm up and over now. Keeping both of those sit bones grounded on the mat. And again, if you're feeling like your breath is struggling here, just ease your torso slightly up to the midline. There's no need to take it so deeply. You want to find that beautiful harmony with the body and the breath and the mind. So letting go of any deep desires to take it as deeply as you can, and just let the body settle in nice and easy. Let's come out of that pose. We're going to reach up towards the ceiling, find that length, and as we exhale, twist. So that top arm comes behind you, the bottom arm comes to your opposite leg. So our center of gravity here is still head over shoulders, shoulders over hips. We're not leaning too far forward, we're not leaning too far back. Which is that beautiful pendulum just hanging in the midline, and that's the same position with our weight and our body here. Keep reaching that crown up. And then we're going to begin to untwist, this time sending that front leg out long, taking it out wide, adjusting the torso, finding your length, and then as you exhale, folding over that extended leg, melting the torso down towards the knee. Maybe your belly connects to the thigh. If your hamstring is quite tight, you can invite in a gentle bend in that extended leg, just to help take out the intensity of the stretch and also to help with the folding forward from the hips. So don't be afraid to adjust. There's no need to hold it exactly as I am. All of our bodies are different. Our degree of movement and flexibility, our strength is all unique to us. So find your expression of the poses. Let's rise the torso up. And we're going to twist to face long ways on our mat. Our hips are going to be over our knees, and we're going to walk our hands out long in front, melting our torso down towards the mat. The heart center may be connecting with the mat, maybe your chin, maybe your forehead. Connecting, those arms are reaching out long. This is our extended puppy pose. Our hips stay over our knees and our buttocks shine ever so brightly behind us. And we just hold here. This is a wonderful counter pose for all of the hunching that we may do when driving or sitting. And it feels really wonderful for our upper spine, our thoracic spine. So allow the belly to just breathe and settle in. Just holding for another moment or two. And then you can walk your hands back in towards your hips. And we're going to come straight up and back into our downward dog. So sending the hips up and backwards. Reaching our heels towards the mat. Maybe they don't reach like mine, and that's perfectly fine. And we have that beautiful length from our tailbone all the way down to our wrists. If we can nestle our head between our biceps, that's great. Otherwise, sitting wherever is comfortable for your neck. And just breathing there. And then when you're ready, on your next exhale, you can begin to walk your feet towards your hands, tucking your chin in, belly in towards the spine as you roll up through each vertebrae, coming up to standing, reaching it through those arms. Let's fold forwards ever so quickly, so back down as you exhale, hinging from the hips, keeping your knees soft and just gently dangle, rocking from left to right, maybe bending and alternating the knee on the spot just to warm up those hamstrings, just gently stretching each hamstring one at a time. That head can be soft, the neck can be soft, just let your gaze settle on your knees, chin to chest, belly to spine, rolling up through each vertebrae, reaching up through those fingers. Now let's send those arms back, palms up, and then inhale, reach your hands back up to the ceiling. Exhale, send those palms back, reaching as far back as comfortable for your shoulders and elbows. Reaching those hands up, and then exhale, folding forwards one more time from the hip. Keep it soft in this forward fold. Maybe you wish to take it deeper and you can bring your hands to the back of the calf. You can bend your knees so that your belly settles on your thigh, keeping that head soft with the neck. Let's rise ourselves back up to standing, chin to chest, belly to spine. We're going to come into our tree pose. So you can take different options here depending on your level of balance. So maybe the first option is just resting your heel against your ankle and your toes pointing out wide. Maybe your calf, your ankle, your sole of your foot against your calf. And you can play about with your hands. Maybe they're down low, maybe they're at your heart center, maybe they're reaching up above. If we wobble and explore movement here, that's perfectly fine. We're not statues, we have opportunity to reset, to try again, and that is part of our yoga practice. I'm turning here so you can see we're going to step that left leg back and come into a high lunge. Our right leg is bent deeply. So you can stay with your hands at your heart center or extend your arms up long, reaching towards the sky or the ceiling, finding that length through your body. Let's drop the back leg, our left leg down to the mat, coming into our low lunge. And we're going to bring our left hand down to the mat, coming into an easy twist in our low lunge. Keeping that right arm extended, circle the wrist and open and close the fingers, just to invite in some gentle mobility and flexibility and strength into our wrist and our fingers. Let's bring that right arm down to the ground, lifting our back leg, sending that right leg back into a downward dog position, sending our bottom up high and back, setting the intention to draw our heels down towards the mat. Obviously this comes with practice as we build flexibility. Let's step that left foot forwards now, right foot comes up from 45-degree angle into our warrior one position, reaching up through our fingers, lengthen our side body. Extending that front leg, so straightening the legs, squaring off our hips, keep drawing that left hip back, right hip forward. Find length through your side body and through your spine. Fold from your hips. And we're going to stretch and give a wonderful stretch to that left hamstring. So don't worry about drawing your head too close to the left thigh or left knee. We really want here to focus on that length in our waist and length in our spine as we fold. And keep drawing our left hip back, right hip forward. Let's rise our torso back up and we're going to open up into warrior two now. So maybe taking a slightly wider stance, left knee over left ankle, back foot at a 45-degree angle at a parallel angle to the mat. Arms reaching in opposite directions, drawing our gaze to our front fingers, holding our warrior two. And just breathing freely. Let's flip the front palm and we're going to drop our back arm down into our reversed warrior. Our gaze can travel up towards the thumb of our left hand as it reaches towards the sky. Keeping that stability through our legs. Feeling that sturdiness and solidness. As we hold our position here, let's return to warrior two, arms at shoulder height, palms facing down. And then coming to standing into our mountain pose, hands down by our side, palms facing forwards before reaching our arms up, finding that length, exhaling, folding from our hips, knees bending, hands can come back upright as we reach back up to the ceiling, and then sending our palms back behind us, palms to the sky. Inhale, reach those arms as you draw them back up above towards the ears, and then exhale, hands come down behind you, reaching behind. Let's take that one more time, reaching our arms up, and we're going to come into our tree pose on the other side. This time I'm standing on my left leg and my right leg is moving into its tree position. So finding your version here, heel to ankle or heel to your inner calf, below the knee or above the knee, and then finding where feels good for your hands. And again, welcome those wobbles. It's an opportunity for us to practice mindfulness. Maybe our mind was elsewhere, maybe we rushed too quickly into the pose. They can all help us with cause those wobbles. So use it as an opportunity to become a witness to your thoughts in that moment, your movements in that moment. As an opportunity to learn. Let's release out of our tree pose. Let's step that right leg back this time. High lunge with the left leg forwards, hands at heart center or reaching up towards the ceiling. Stretching through those hip flexors on the right side of your body. Let's bring that right hand down to the ground and the right knee to the ground in our low lunge twist, reaching that left arm up towards the ceiling, circling the wrist, opening and closing the fingers, inviting in that strength and mobility for our wrist joint, whilst also the beautiful stretch for our hips as we hold the low lunge. Let's bring both hands to the mat, stepping that left leg back into your downward dog, holding it just for a couple of breaths here. up and back, just micro adjustments in the pose. And then we're going to send the right leg forwards, opening up into our warrior one, back foot at a 45-degree angle, reaching through that side body all the way up to the arms and the fingertips. But if we need be, you can keep them at your heart center in a prayer position. Just holding it for another breath before we bring our hands down to our hips, straightening that front leg, maybe drawing your back leg slightly closer, hips square off, right hip back, left hip forwards, and we're going to fold, keeping that length through our side body and through our spine as we fold. Hands can come down to your shin, to the tops of your feet, maybe to the floor. And we're just going to melt over that right leg. And again, don't worry too much if your head isn't so close to your leg. We want to find that length in our spine rather than drawing ourselves so close to our leg. And that nice deep stretch through that right leg. So keep drawing that right hip back, left hip forwards. If it's too intense, just ease the torso back upright a little bit. Let's all rise up here, pivoting and opening up into warrior two. So back foot parallel to the back of the mat, deep bend in that front leg, the right leg. Arms at shoulder height, reaching in opposite direction, gaze forward. Finding that stillness, that strength through your hips and your feet. That breath still flowing freely within your body. One or two more breaths here. We flip the front palm so the palm faces upwards, and as we exhale, the back arm travels down, finding our thigh. Our gaze may travel up towards our thumb, reaching up towards the ceiling. Reverse warrior. The legs stay strong and sturdy, supporting our torso as we hold this pose for a few more breaths. Let's flip the palm back down into warrior two for a moment before we come to standing at the top of the mat, reaching our arms up, feet together. Exhale from our hips into our forward fold before coming up halfway and then stepping back into your downward dog. Closing our practice, let's come down into a seated position in your mat. Maybe crossing your legs, finding that length in your spine, reaching your crown up. Your hands can just settle softly in your lap in a comfortable position. Maybe closing your eyes, maybe slightly bowing your head so your chin is drawn towards your chest, creating that length through your windpipe to create more space for your breath to travel down into your lungs. And we'll simply close our practice, taking a few moments to simply sit and breathe and be. Thank you for joining me in this yoga practice today. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope there's more wonderful weather to come so that I can film more videos at the beach. And you're welcome to stay here for a moment longer, or when you're ready, just opening your eyes, and may you have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you for watching and joining. If you enjoyed this video, do feel free to give it a thumbs up, add a comment, or even subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate all of your engagement and feedback. Thank you, and have a great day.